In football, sometimes the best show isn't on the pitch. While the players chase the ball, there's someone on the sidelines living their own drama, as if every pass were a life or death situation. Managers don't just lead the team, they star in moments so crazy. You can't help but wonder, did that really just happen? From Oscar-worthy meltdowns to wild celebrations that feel straight out of a comedy film, football has given us a treasure trove of epic moments from managers on the touchline. It's the kind of thing you can't stop watching, because every reaction tells a story, whether it's about despair, relief, or pure madness. Today, we've rounded up the craziest, funniest, and most unforgettable manager moments. Relive scenes so unexpected, they'll make you laugh even if your team is losing. The fourth round of the Emirates FA Cup was on fire. Peterborough and West Brom were tied, and every play felt like a final battle. The fans were on the edge of their seats. The players were pressing hard, and Peterborough's manager, Darren Ferguson, looked like he was on the verge of a nervous breakdown. But no one, not even him, could have predicted what was about to happen. It all went down in a matter of seconds. A deflated, useless ball came slowly bouncing toward the sidelines, like the physical embodiment of Peterborough's struggles in that match. Ferguson, watching the ball's sad journey, seemed to interpret it as a sign from the universe. As it rolled closer, he just collapsed to the ground. Yep, he laid down, arms spread wide, as if he were dramatically surrendering to fate. The cameras captured the moment perfectly, the deflated ball stopping right next to him, while the fans burst into laughter, and even the players turned for a curious glance. Ferguson stayed on the ground for a few seconds, as if silently saying, "I give up." Then he quickly stood up, dusted off his uniform, and forced a smile. In the 2022 Champions League semi-final between Manchester City and Real Madrid, the match was packed with thrilling moments, including stunning goals from Vinicius Jr., Bernardo Silva, and Benzema. But amidst all the on-pitch brilliance, one particular moment stole the spotlight off the field: Pep Guardiola's frustration with Riyad Mahrez. Mahrez had a golden opportunity to score during a promising counterattack, but his shot went far off target. Guardiola, famous for his intensity on the sidelines, went into total meltdown mode. His outburst of emotions became an instant meme. At least City managed to pull off a 4-3 victory on the night. This wasn't the first time Guardiola was disappointed with Mahrez. Back in 2018, during a Premier League clash against Liverpool, Mahrez missed a crucial penalty in the 84th minute. Pep's reaction? Chug in water like he was swallowing his frustration. And it seems like this embarrassing moment isn't one he enjoys revisiting.
Mahrez missed the penalty against Liverpool. It ended 0-0.
It was a football game, but Riyad is an exceptional taker, and this season he scored all the goals. And it's football. He had the courage to play, the taker. He did it, and that's.
The 2016 FA Cup final was electric. Crystal Palace and Manchester United faced off at Wembley, with the atmosphere thick with tension. The match dragged on in a deadlock until the 78th minute, when Jason Punchin received the ball inside the box and fired a crucial goal for Palace. The stadium erupted in celebration, but no one celebrated more enthusiastically than manager Alan Pardew. On the sidelines, Pardew did something no one saw coming. He started dancing. With a mix of carefree and awkward moves, he shook his shoulders and tapped his feet in a way that was both contagious and unforgettable. But the relief was short-lived. Just 3 minutes later, Juan Mata scored the equalizer for United, forcing extra time. Despite Chris Smalling's red card, Crystal Palace couldn't take advantage of the extra man. And Jesse Lingard's stunning volley in the 110th minute sealed a 2-1 victory for United. The defeat was painful for Palace, but Pardew's dance went down in history as one of the most iconic and unexpected moments in FA Cup final history. The atmosphere at the legendary Old Trafford was laid back yet buzzing with excitement. On one side, music and entertainment stars, on the other, football legends, all gathered for a noble cause, raising funds for UNICEF. The crowd anticipated laughs, lighthearted moments, and maybe a few memorable plays. But no one expected the night's most talked about moment to come from José Mourinho. Known for his unpredictable antics, the special one didn't disappoint. As English singer Ollie Murs controlled the ball near the sideline, Mourinho suddenly stormed onto the field like a defender on a mission. With a swift, unexpected move, he booted the ball away and sent Murs tumbling to the ground. The crowd's reaction? A mix of roaring laughter and applause. Meanwhile, Mourinho, sporting his signature smirk, casually strolled back to the sidelines like nothing had happened. Classic Mourinho. It was December 2018. And the Merseyside derby between Liverpool and Everton was heading toward a goalless draw. Anfield had fallen quiet, with fans reluctantly accepting the dull result. But, as always, football had a last-minute twist up its sleeve. In the 95th minute, Virgil van Dijk attempted a speculative shot from outside the box. What looked like a mishit sent the ball flying, hitting the crossbar twice before miraculously landing at Divock Origi's feet, who nodded it into the net. The stadium erupted in pure euphoria, but no one celebrated quite like Jurgen Klopp. Without hesitation, the German manager sprinted onto the field like a wild fan, charging straight toward Brazilian goalkeeper Alisson. The cameras caught every second, and the moment made headlines worldwide. However, Klopp's passionate celebration didn't go unnoticed by the FA. He was charged with improper conduct and had to face disciplinary action. After the match, Klopp admitted he'd gone overboard and apologized to Everton manager Marco Silva. But for Liverpool fans, it wasn't a mistake. It was the perfect memory of a last-gasp victory. Final score? 1-0 to Liverpool, with Klopp as the ultimate star of the night. In extra time of a Premier League classic in 2012 between Arsenal and Chelsea, an equalizer seemed within reach. Olivier Giroud received a through ball from Oxlade-Chamberlain and struck it with his left foot, but the shot went wide to the left. The chance to level the score slipped away, and Arsène Wenger's reaction stole the spotlight. The manager spun his body in frustration, like an outraged fan. A spontaneous moment that stayed in the memory of football fans. The 2023 Champions League final between Manchester City and Inter Milan was nothing short of nerve-wracking, with every play holding the potential to decide the fate of Europe's most coveted trophy. In one of the game's pivotal moments, Lautaro Martinez had a golden chance to turn the tide. Instead of passing to Romelu Lukaku, who was unmarked and in the perfect position to score, the Argentine striker chose to take the shot himself. His attempt was weak and easily saved, squandering a crucial opportunity. On the sidelines, Pep Guardiola, watching the play unfold, couldn't contain his frustration. The Spanish manager dropped to his knees in the technical area, wearing an expression of pure agony, as if that missed chance were the harbinger of impending doom. Fortunately for City, Martinez's error didn't derail their destiny. Manchester City secured a 1-0 victory, finally lifting their long-awaited Champions League trophy. But Guardiola's emotional moment on his knees remains one of the most iconic visuals from that historic final. In the 2020 Premier League clash between Tottenham Hotspur and Manchester City, the tension on the pitch was intense. José Mourinho, the special one, was fully locked into the game, tracking every play like it could be the deciding moment. And when VAR stepped in after a controversial incident, the emotional roller coaster began. The pivotal moment came when Ilkay Gundogan missed a penalty, saved by Hugo Lloris. On the rebound, Raheem Sterling tried to capitalize but went down, claiming Lloris had fouled him. Referee Mike Dean waited for VAR's decision, and when the review confirmed no penalty, Mourinho leapt in joy. But that joy quickly faded when his assistant informed him that Sterling already had a yellow card, and they expected him to receive another for simulation, resulting in a red card. When the referee chose not to book Sterling, Mourinho exploded in frustration. Despite his protests, the decision stood. In the end, Tottenham kept their composure. Steven Bergwijn scored a stunning goal on his debut, and Son Heung-min sealed the win with a precise finish. The 2-0 victory was sweet for Mourinho, but the footage of his reactions on the bench continued to make rounds. Ahead of the 2016 Europa League round of 32 match against FC Augsburg, Liverpool's training session had a lighthearted atmosphere, though the focus remained sharp. Jurgen Klopp, known for his charismatic personality, once again showed why players and fans adore him. As Roberto Firmino stretched on the training pitch, Klopp saw the perfect opportunity to inject some fun. Without warning, Klopp took the ball, stepped forward, and delivered a flawless cheeky nutmeg on the Brazilian. The nutmeg was quick but effective. Firmino looked up at Klopp with a surprised smile. The clip went viral, showcasing Klopp's relaxed side even in high-pressure moments. But the playful mood didn't mean the game would be easy. Liverpool would have to fight hard that night. The 2014-15 DFB Pokal final between Bayern Munich and Borussia Dortmund was filled with anticipation. On the pitch, two giants of German football battled for the trophy, but it was on the sidelines where a peculiar moment stole the spotlight. Bayern's manager, Pep Guardiola, had an unexpectedly bold and somewhat comical interaction with Frank Ribéry. During a break in the match, Guardiola approached the French winger, and what started as a tactical discussion quickly turned into something completely different and, let's be honest, awkward. Guardiola playfully slapped Ribéry multiple times, leaving the player laughing but visibly confused as the cameras captured the entire exchange. In the end, Bayern secured a 2-0 victory over Borussia Dortmund, but the affectionate sideline moment became one of the most talked about highlights of the night. During the group stage of the 2012-13 Champions League, Real Madrid hosted Manchester City at the Santiago Bernabeu in one of the season's most thrilling matches. It felt like a final, with constant twists and turns. Manchester City struck first with a goal from Dzeko in the 68th minute, but Marcelo quickly equalized. City regained the lead in the 85th minute thanks to Kolarov, only for Benzema to respond moments later, leveling the score once again. When it seemed like the match would end in a draw, Cristiano Ronaldo did what he does best: be the hero. In the 90th minute, he delivered a perfectly placed shot that sealed a 3-2 victory for Real Madrid. The celebration was wild, but no one made a bigger scene than José Mourinho. As soon as the ball hit the back of the net, Mourinho sprinted out of the technical area and threw himself to the ground, sliding on his knees as if celebrating a goal in the Champions League final. For him, that moment seemed like the release of all the pressure and recent struggles, as if a huge weight had finally been lifted. In October 2021, during a high-stakes Premier League match, Leeds United faced Norwich City at Carrow Road. Both teams were struggling near the bottom of the table, and Leeds desperately needed the 3 points. The first half saw few clear chances, but the second half exploded with chaotic plays and back-to-back goals. Leeds took the lead with a goal from Rafinha, who once again proved to be the team's standout player that season. After receiving a pass from Dan James, the Brazilian calmly slotted the ball into the bottom corner. But their advantage didn't last long. Just 2 minutes later, Omobamidele headed home from a corner delivered by Milo Rashica, leveling the match and setting the stage for even more drama. Shortly after, Leeds reclaimed the lead with a long-range strike from Rodrigo. Calvin Phillips set him up, and the Spanish forward unleashed a powerful, low shot from 25 meters out. Tim Krul got his hands on the ball but couldn't stop it, making it 2-1 for Leeds. Amid the intensity, an unexpected and hilarious moment occurred. Rafinha sprinted after a loose ball near the touchline, but couldn't stop in time and crashed directly into manager Marcelo Bielsa, knocking the Argentine to the ground. Rafinha quickly helped him back up, and luckily, the fall didn't throw Leeds off their game as they held on for a crucial victory, leaving Norwich deeper in the relegation zone. These were just some of the wildest and funniest moments involving managers in football, proving that they don't just lead the team, they also give us plenty of laughs with their unpredictable reactions. Now, we want to hear from you. Which of these moments made you laugh the most? Drop your favorite in the comments below.